Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you in our town hall number 10. This is the only time in the week that we come live, and it is the interaction that we love a lot about this whole town hall. I am Anita Tejwani, I'm the marketing lead at Itheum, and we are super pumped to actually uh, been going out with the press release and the news about our Launchpad and about our IDO, and the kind of response that we have seen from you guys has been mixed. But there have been a lot of good things that we have heard from you guys. And today is more or less a community town hall, like truly for the community, because we have gotten your questions and we are considering them. And this episode, we want you to feel that you are heard and you will be answered for all the questions that you ask. We have Mark here, Mark Paul. He's the founder and CEO at Itheum. Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Anita. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, a very warm welcome to you as well. So, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. We've been so excited as a team. We've been pretty much working around the clock, listening to our community questions, and like just working to make the whole launch experience more exciting for everybody.
Yeah, right. So we are changing a little bit of format today, and we have already given the questions from our community to Mark. So I think Mark from here, he'll be taking on, giving you updates about Ethereum and a lot more interesting stuff, along with answering your questions. So Mark, over to you.
So thank you. Hi, everybody. Glad to be here with you once again this week. We did a town hall last week. Last week, we were like dying to give you this news that we couldn't share. And so today's town hall is quite exciting for us and the team. At the same time, there is a lot of things that are happening in our community as we prepare for the launch, and we want to really address some of those things today. But firstly, very, very excited. As you guys would have heard, yesterday the news went out in a lot of news outlets that the Itheum will be the second project on Elron Maya Launchpad. And this is wonderful news, right? Because we love the Elron team, we love the Elron community. Ever since a few months ago, when Itheum was announced as the first incubated project from the Elron Dubai incubator, our communities have almost fused, right? Like, so Itheum's Telegram community, Twitter community, we have a lot of people from the Elron community in our community, and we're fused. We've had many discussions over the last weeks and months with Elron community members. I've personally had calls with community members who love our project, and we're trying to work on synergy. So this is just people who love Elron so much have now really embraced Itheum and love Itheum as well. So we're really excited to share this news with you. But at the same time, we're excited, but we also acknowledge that this journey is just beginning, right? So we're not done our IDO. This journey is just beginning, and that's what I want to kind of spend some time with you today. Over the last 24 hours, the Itheum team has been working with the Elron team as well as our KYC provider on Fido, and we're just trying to address some of this surge of activity we are seeing as people try to race in to participate in this launch of Itheum in the Maya Launchpad. So we are addressing a lot of these things. So, and today I'm hoping to give you an update as to what's happening, and also provide you with some actions on us to kind of improve on how we can improve. So with that in mind, I just have two high-level categories of information I want to share. The first is around a lot of people who want to know more about how this lottery system works. This is probably because there's a lot of new people coming in trying to participate in this launch who have not been exposed to the lottery system or Elron's Launchpad model. Some of you who might have participated in the HoloRide launch, so you might be familiar with this, but there's a lot of people who have been asking us questions and asked us to kind of explain it to them. So, I'm going to try to attempt to do that. And the second is something that's we're working very closely is to improve the whole KYC user experience. So we've really heard a lot of feedback from our community, Elron's community as well, and we're working closely with the Elron team and on Fido, and I want to give you guys an update on that as well. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So to do this, I'm going to share my screen. I think that's good. Cool. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the lottery system and the timelines and the milestones for Itheum to launch on the Maya Launchpad. So if you guys head over to the Launchpad page, click on the how-to guide. Elron's done a fantastic job in clearly explaining this to you, but I'll just cover this at a high level, and then if you have more questions, we'll be happy to take it in our communities as we have been doing. So the first thing to understand is that if you look at the timeline, the registration and KYC process is currently active. So that began yesterday with the announcement. And how it works is like this. So depending on how much of e-gold that you have, so and how much you have it staked and delegated, so not sitting in your wallet, but staked and delegated, you will fit into one of these tiers. One thing you would have noticed that we're doing different this time, we work with Elron on this, is to make this more open and accessible to more people, right? So we have a tier that even if you just have one e-gold, you are eligible for a ticket. And if you have 5, you're eligible for tickets. So it's not just for the people who own massive quantities of e-gold. Now, we wanted this to reach the broadest community, right? To be more open to everybody. And how this model was calculated, and this is again Elron's, really caring about the community, is they looked at the user adoption. And if you look at this on screen, you'll notice that there's a lot of people who have one e-gold and just above that, right? So we didn't want to exclude them. We want them as well to be able to participate in this Launchpad activity. So depending on how much e-gold you have that's staked or delegated, you fit into one of these tiers. And depending on the tier you're in, you are eligible to buy certain lottery tickets, right? As an example, if you have one e-gold, let's look at an example. Let's say you have 5 e-gold. You're in tier 4, you are eligible to buy 2 lottery tickets, each ticket priced at $200. So therefore, you can go up to $400. Each ticket is 200. So if you have 2, it's 400. So how does it work next, right? So once you understand this model, you stake your e-gold and then effectively do your KYC. So do your KYC. On March 25th, the KYC process ends. But please be wary, March 25th, a lot of people are going to probably pour in. So think of March 24th or 23rd as like a virtual end of KYC and aim to go towards that date. Now, at that point in time, the Elron team will take a snapshot of the stake and the delegated addresses. And then you are eligible to buy these lottery tickets based on that, right? So then you'll be notified as you come into the Launchpad here, and then you buy your lottery tickets paid in e-gold. Now, please note, this is the question we get quite often, that the price in e-gold will be determined prior to the lottery date. So the e-gold price does fluctuate. So you'll have to, on the just prior to the lottery draw, you can verify how exactly that correlates to the $200 per ticket. And yes, then you get your tickets, and then on the 26th you buy your lottery tickets, and 28th is effectively the day the token is going to be launched, right? And then based on your lottery tickets, it goes into a smart contract. It's randomly selected, and the winners are randomly selected, and the winning tickets are announced. And then you can claim your Itheum tokens based on the value of those tickets that you have. Everybody who was not successful then gets reimbursed the e-gold they used to buy their lottery tickets. So that's the model. If this is the first time you're doing it, it might be a bit overwhelming, but the Elron interface is quite good, and it'll walk you through most of these things. So if you have any further questions to this, please jump into our community and we can help you answer it. But I really advise you to read this document. It covers very clearly what's going to happen, detailed timeline, everything is up here. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to cover. The second and more important and pressing thing I really want to cover, with the hype of Itheum being launched on the Maya Launchpad and the news breaking yesterday, and once the news broke, there was this deadline attached to when you can participate and buy your lottery tickets. Well, that created correlated and created this real rush for people to get their KYC done. So within almost the first minute of the announcement, we saw thousands of KYC applications pour in, and it's been quite steady since then. Now, of course, when people rush through this, there are a lot of issues. Now, even though we're seeing more than a 90% success rate on KYC, there is around a 10% rejection rate, and I think this has really hit hard on a lot of people, because a lot of people, even from our community, who really wanted to participate, unfortunately had their KYC rejected. And this is really, this has been really a sad thing for us, because we kind of think, how would it feel like if we were the ones who wanted to participate and we were rejected? So, even though 10% is not as big as 90%, it still hits hard for us, and we really want to hear what your concerns are and see if we can somehow improve this experience, right? Make this a more seamless experience for you to participate. So with that in mind, a couple of things are happening right now. So for the people who failed their KYC, if there was a legitimate reason why they failed it, in other words, they were not eligible to participate, then unfortunately we can't do anything, right? Maybe you were from a jurisdiction that's not allowed to participate. Maybe you uploaded the wrong document. So unfortunately we can't do anything. But we're trying to improve at least the messaging, as well as make that make the process to notify you why you didn't pass more seamless. So we're working very closely with Elron and the Onfido team to hopefully get this rolled out as soon as possible. So we take this very seriously. We really do hear everything that you say in the community. I hope you believe that. And we will work tirelessly to improve this experience. So with that in mind, today, I just want to take you through a couple of things that we have observed. So our team spent most of the day today looking at all of the failed KYCs. And effectively, it falls into one of 7 categories. And I really urge you, if you're yet to do your KYC, or you are done it once and failed and you've got one more chance, please follow these instructions and you will be able to get through. The first, and I'll walk you through this at a high level. The first is a mismatch in first name and last name between your Launchpad form and your ID that you're submitting, or your passport or your national ID. What do I mean by that? So when you come to the Launchpad, you'll see right at the beginning this message telling you, please make sure you put your first name where the first name is, last name where last name is in the form, and make sure it matches your ID. What do I mean by this again? This is the form, right? You have to fill in. So make sure you put your first name here, your last family name here, your email here, and the first name here and the last name here needs to match the ID that you're going to submit in the next step. We've had people who come and put their first name and the last name, they just put their initial, like for me, they put like Mark P, and they go in and upload their passport and it fails. So this is the biggest reason why KYCs are failing at the moment. So please make sure you follow that first step as duly noted in this form, right? The second reason we have observed why most KYCs are failing is that people are uploading a scan or a copy of their passport, as an example, right? So it's very clearly mentioned again here that you need to take a better picture and use your camera. So if you come to this specific step, again, very clearly says, submit your passport photo page, take a photo with your phone. Or you can upload a photo, but it says no scans or photocopies. A bulk of people are failing because of this reason. So the instructions are very clear on screen. Please follow these instructions and you'll be able to get through. The other reasons are, again, people taking a poor quality photo. So we've noticed that quite often, and the photo is not being read by the KYC software provider. People taking a poor quality selfie in very bad lighting or bad background. Make sure you stand in a good lit environment with a clear background. Take that in, take your photo then. The other reason we've seen people fail is because they hold their passport in their hand and they take a photo, and with their finger they're covering key information, or their passport is bent and they're trying to take a photo of it. So again, please follow the instructions as you're taking this passport picture. It very clearly on Fido very clearly explains what you need to do. So just take your time, don't rush it, read the instructions, and you will be able to get through. Okay, and just two more things I would like to cover with you. The other reason it's failing is because people are selecting in the approved document list a certain document and then uploading a different document. So they're selecting passport as the document they're going to upload, and then they're uploading the driver's license. So this is another reason why many people have failed. And finally, of course, if you're from one of these countries in our list of excluded participants, unfortunately, due to legal reasons, you're going to be rejected. So these are the 7 steps. I really urge you guys to go to docs.itheum.io and click on KYC process, and you will see these 7 steps. If you are yet to do your KYC, read these steps, follow the instructions very clearly on screen, and you will be able to get through. Now, if your KYC fails the first time, you get a second attempt at it. So just think about, if you still have one more attempt, come back again, read the list, and try one more time, because you get 2 attempts at this. Okay, so that's what we wanted to kind of explain today, but let me just unshare my screen now. Okay, so that being said, we still want to further improve this experience, right? So we're having meetings with Elron and on Fido very soon, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of some of the other issues and communicate this to the community. So we hear what you're saying. We're not ignoring anything. We do really care about what you're saying. So please come into our communities and give us proactive feedback. So please be positive with our community managers. Give them some feedback, and we're going to continually collect this and try to improve this process. We still have another, I think, at least another 10 days to go. So we can get through this together, guys. So with that being said, that was my update for today. It was more so to let you know what we have discovered about why KYCs are failing. Only 10% is failing, but still we want to improve that user experience, and the action from us is to try to improve that and communicate that to you guys. And from your side, please, if you haven't done your KYC yet, please follow the instructions on screen and you will be able to get through. So that being said, that's the update for today. I'm going to bring Anita back. And Anita?
Hey, Mark, thank you so much for that update. I'm sure the ones who have not tried it yet or still have one chance to go with the KYC, I think they, can take advantage of all of this information and try it one more time. And this was really helpful, I guess, for all the people who will be trying in for the next 10 days as well. Thank you so much. And yes, as Mark mentioned, we are listening to you guys. We are actively, looking through your messages in the Telegram group, and we'll make sure that we are responding to you guys. And let's just try to keep it all positive, because this is just the first step into our journey. We have a long way to go with you guys, and I'm hoping that you guys are with us in the next phase of our journey as well after the IDO. And looking forward to more support from you guys, and looking forward to more positivity in the environment. So yeah, that's it from me.
Perfect. Thank you. So thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for more updates. Follow us on Telegram, Twitter. That's where we pump out our updates. As soon as we get new news, we'll put it out. But yeah, so glad once again to be on this journey with you. with our community. And yeah, looking forward to doing some wonderful things together as a team. So thank you all, and have a good week.
Thank you.